Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are trying to do a $50,000 auction today, and it has already begun, and the place is kind of chaos. You can look around and see that we have just boxes laying everywhere. Matt and Jonah are over there working hard or hardly working, one of the two.
The second one.
The second one. But if we come upstairs, you can see we have all these boxes ready to go. But Chase and Alpal are auctioning for one of our biggest auctions. We've been doing whatnot for almost 3 years now, and Q4 is a super big time for all selling. But is it still big for live selling? Hi guys. Hi.
Case fresh.
We're
selling Tetris for half off right now.
They're selling Tetris for half off right now, so we clearly want sales. So doing massive whatnots is no easy feat, and everybody on the team pretty much has a set role during the entirety of an auction, so let's go around and see what everybody's doing. I know for me right now, I'm going through Genesis cases because we're just going to fire sale them off at like $2 a piece, but we still want to be responsible with what we have. So I'm looking for like obvious, really, really expensive things that some people might want to buy by themselves and not want in a massive lot. For instance, the Punisher was in here, which I don't know if you guys know is a very, very expensive game. If you find this one with the tattoo inside and it's complete, you can get like $700 to $1,000 for this game. Let's see what these guys are doing.
I am currently going through DS games and creating lots before they go upstairs to Chase and Alex to auction off.
Hi, I'm Jonah, and I'm...
What up? My name's Nolan. My job here is to make sure that our games are ready for auctions, and that people are getting good products. I'm checking them and making sure they're clean. So yeah.
My name is Thane, and my job today is just to do whatever Skylar tells me to do. That's it. So right now that means making a video and filling in and prepping games, but that's my job.
So while we're doing all the prep work down here, Chase and Alex are upstairs, like I said, but here's kind of the roles that they have for big auctions. Chase is what we call the auctioneer. He's the one that's actually picking out the items and setting them on the table to show off, talk to the chat, all of that stuff. And Alpal is the showrunner. And what the showrunner does is they're the one that's actually pressing like the run item button. They're the ones that are pinning the buy it nows. They're the ones that are just kind of skimming the chat to call out stuff to Chase or maybe do some engagement. They're kind of like the brains behind like running the show, so without them it's kind of impossible. Otherwise it slows down everything if you have to be the one to show off the item and be the one to press run next, maybe look into the item a little bit on eBay or price charting as well. And I think that's something that sets our auctions apart, and it can set yours apart too by having that extra person, because you can run things very, very quick, be really efficient, respond to offers quickly, and just have a lot of good communication back and forth from the buyer to seller. But let me explain just a little bit more why we're doing this. So it's no secret, in our business we sell on Amazon, eBay, and whatnot. Now for Q4, Amazon is kind of top dog, right Matt?
Yep.
And as you can see, our shelves are clear. So with nothing left to sell towards Amazon, we have a bunch of other retro stuff. We actually went to a game convention, me, Alpal, and brother Dave, and we spent like over $20,000 there. So we've had this massive backlog of retro stuff that is needed selling for a while. And similar to having a large day where we send off stuff to Amazon, it makes sense to do the same for whatnot. So we have a bunch of other stuff that's like still kind of here that we might pull from, but for the most part, everything is upstairs. But this shelf was just full with retro that we can't send off to Amazon, or some of it just doesn't really make sense for us to sell on eBay. And the big strategy with whatnot is things are just fast moving. They sell quick, and above all, that's the most important. So say a game is worth $100. On eBay, we could probably actualize that $100, and then after fees and shipping, maybe be around like 75 to 80 bucks. On whatnot, we're closer to only getting $85 before fees on that $100 item. And then with fees and shipping, it comes closer to like $75. So we're willing to take a little bit less as a whole if it means we can sell a couple hundred items in one day. And in our business, there's more than just the cost of products and the cost of shipping and fees and all of that. Our time is a really big factor. The man hours and the cost of everybody is a big thing. And that's where something like Whatnot makes a lot of sense, because we can have people, like right now, it's Chase and Alpal upstairs. They're selling a bunch of stuff. But down here, we can maximize our time by recording videos like this one for your enjoyment, wink, and processing consoles, kind of like Matt's doing. He's getting an NES ready to be auctioned, and that just, it makes everything very streamlined instead of having to maybe spend 3 to 10 minutes preparing an NES just to get ready for eBay. Whereas on Whatnot, in just an hour and a half, we're able to move 200 items. Like, that's what we've done already. And I think it totals over like $9,000 in sales so far. So I feel pretty good about that, but a big chunk of our sales come in the first 2 hours. So if we're going to hit a little flat line for a bit until we get closer to the end of the stream where it picks back up again. So we're going to have to fight for some sales. Regardless if you sell on Amazon, eBay, or you have a store, we recommend our partner XYAB. They're a business-to-business seller who supplies us with controllers, accessories, everything that we need for our consoles and games to get them in tip-top shape to sell. With our link, you can get $50 off your first $100 order or more. We use them all the time, including for, NES pins. So all of the stuff that they have is always good for getting your listings ready to go. One of the things we do to sustain a long auction like that is we actually do a lot of giveaways. And for instance, we even pulled some stuff like this, just sealed Switch stuff to give away. So we have a big chunk of things upstairs, and it is another cost that comes with live selling. We're giving away a PS5, a Spider-Man PS5 today, on top of like some Pokemon games, some more Switch games. So it's another kind of risk-reward type thing to where the more we put into giveaways, the more buyers feel appreciated, and hopefully the more we can sell. Another thing we love about doing auctions is it's a good way for us to move tons of stuff like this, where it's more value-driven and we can just send stuff off for people to fill their game store, pad out a collection, or give them things to complete, or just things like that, versus we also have lots of super high-end items for the collectors that really want the super hard-to-find items, kind of like Donkey Kong Jr. Math. I know that's one that we're going to try and auction off today, too. We have a lot of intentionality behind us trying to keep things fun and interesting, so a few years ago, we developed something called a fire sale, which I think it was maybe an existing idea or somebody brought it up, but the thought of it is you sell as many games as possible for a set price. So in the past, we did it with Super Nintendo games, where $5 got you one Super Nintendo game. Well, we just did it with Sega Genesis, where you got all these for $2. And fire sales can usually be pretty crazy because it requires the whole team to be absolutely tuned into what's going on, because stuff sells really quick and you have to show it all off so people still know what they're getting, and then somehow move it quick enough to where you can show more stuff, because in some instances, the bid can jump up by hundreds of dollars at the same time. In this case, a buyer was able to get really good value, getting over 400 cases, and this isn't all of it. There's more bins upstairs still, but they're going to be able to do really well with them. They have a shop, so I'm really excited to see how much money they can make. So one thing we're always trying to do is meet the demands of where the auction is kind of taking us with what the buyers want, and right now, that is more fire sales. So we're building up a different variation where it's just full of DS and 3DS games. So we're trying to get a really good mix. So Matt has DS games, I have 3DS games, and we're just kind of doing 5 here, 3 here, 5 here, just so it's a nice mix. But oh boy, it takes a lot of time to prep. As it's approaching lunchtime, we're going to give the guys a break. And they've been auctioning for about 4 hours now, and it's a lot mentally and even vocally. So we'll probably get a swap in here soon and change up the pace a bit.
All right, Sky Guy and Al Pal are going to run the show for a minute. I'm going to take a little break. Been running for 3 or 4 hours straight. And we'll talk about how things are going. So we're literally at the halfway point right now, 4 hours into an 8-hour auction. Before I update the sales total and kind of how we're doing on our goal of 50K in the auction, which is crazy still to think about, I want to talk about online selling a little bit. Like, this has become a really big part of our business, and it's not just us. Actually, in many countries around the world, it's growing rapidly, and it has grown way faster and bigger than it has in the States. But recently, live selling is starting to really rapidly grow in the States. So surprisingly, we were just looking this up, it's been around for almost 30 years, live selling. So dating all the way back to 1995, On Sale was created by Jerry Kaplan. It's first of its kind, giving buyers the ability to participate in live auctions online. So it's been around longer than I thought. Just about, I was about 17 when it came out, I guess. So I started this business 15 years ago, and the way that I started was on eBay. And I think that's still the best way to start a business. And it's still a part of our business. Like, really easy, list the auctions for sale with pictures, and they go. And it's great. You can do buy it now or auction. Great way to sell. But like, over the last few years, for us, we're going on year 3 about with live selling on any platform. Whatnot works the best for us right now, so that's where we're focused, and we do love that they love their sellers. They're focused on growth. They're focused on good features that help the process, and we really like it because it combines content and selling. So it's 2 of my favorite parts of the business. As you guys know, you're watching this video, you know we do content about our business. So when those 2 things can merge together, it's awesome. But it also like super high community engagement on Whatnot. We've gained many new friends from selling on Whatnot, literally people that have come to the barn and we met them through our auctions on Whatnot. So it's a really special platform. It's a great way for us to move a lot of inventory, and it's a great way for collectors to get the awesome stuff. So, and one thing for us too as a team, like we've got a team of like 5/6 full-time people, and we all kind of have different skill sets and different things that we can bring to the table in the business. And Whatnot kind of allows a lot of us to like highlight some of those skill sets. So, you know, on the listing end, Matt's really quick and efficient at getting things listed, running auctions quickly, being the wingman of the operation. Sky Guy is great at streaming. He used to Twitch stream. He's funny. He does improv. Alpel is kind of like, he floats anywhere. He's good at the back end. He's good at streaming. And I enjoy streaming, but I also enjoy just the challenge of setting big goals and having big auctions. And even Thane can come over and help sometimes as he's filming this. Nolan has been shipping, so shipping is a huge end of it, and we just brought Nolan on to help us with shipping and help us with some other things. But like, it really brings our team together. It's like a big team effort for the day. But we need to get to see how the goal is, and I actually don't know because I just ate lunch a little bit ago. So to be on pace, we would need to be at 25,000 in sales. And really, I would say a little bit more because usually the first hour is the best hour of an auction. We're exactly halfway done. I'm going to update it, refresh it right now. Okay, so we're at 20,600. So we were actually significantly under pace to hit the goal. So it's good though. That's good. I think we've struggled a little bit with keeping our pace high. Unboxing games and stuff is challenging, and then we have to rebox them when they sell and all that. It's part of the deal. But I want to find ways to still try to hit this goal. So we have 4 hours left. We need 30,000 in sales. We're going to have to up our average pace from 5,000 an hour to more like, it would be 7,000 an hour for the last 4. It's actually like 7,400, something like that. So we got to really up our pace a little bit. We still have a lot of high-end items to sell. We need to do more of these fire sales, get a bunch of high-dollar sales moved. But we got to up our pace. So I'm going to get back to work and get to selling some stuff.
So like Skylar said, as a showrunner, it's my job to just keep the auction moving, let Chase run things. So I'm running the auctions. I'm looking at the comments to make sure that what people want is being ran. I'm boxing things up. I'm putting them in the inventory things to come down here. I mean, we're doing auctions for 7, 8, 9 hours. It can get really tiring, really long. So it's just my job to keep things moving, keep things going. And then we'll switch out when Chase gets tired or I get tired, the other guys come in, and the showrunner's just always trying to get things moving to keep things running so we can sell as much as possible and not have any downtime.
Hi. Turns out eating greasy fried rice isn't always the smartest thing for lunch, because we're doing our typical rotation where we're giving each other breaks, but there's a lot of bathroom breaks happening. But for real, we're all doing pretty good. What time is it? Is it 2?
Yeah, it's about 2 o'clock.
About 2 o'clock. So we have maybe 3 more hours left in this auction. I think we're gonna cut it off at 5. The last 2 hours go absolutely wild. But until then, what I think we'll do is let's just kind of see some of the stuff that we're picking through, fixing, organizing to kind of help us get to our goal, because I don't know how on pace we are anymore. And I kind of need a little pick me up with fun stuff. And I think Matt's found a lot of fun stuff. So everybody's kind of going through more cases to build.
Filming!
To build even more lots. And we're also just pulling out Genesis cases that are super high dollar. Again, like I said earlier, we found another Punisher. Oh, hey, here's a High Seas Havoc and the manual for it.
Oh, there's another manual.
Oh, there's another manual in there. Perfect. So I'm going to get these in a bin. But Matt, are you having fun?
Yeah. Look, Prince of Persia.
Except it's
Luke
Skywalker and Beast Man. What? How many more boxes of this stuff do we have?
Oh, we've got like probably 20 more boxes.
So we have a $50,000 sales goal, and right now we are horribly off pace. So we're trying to find everything we can to get that sales volume up, and this is one of them. So we got a ton of these from a rental store, and I thought we were out of them, but we actually have a stack of like 10 of them back here that I'm going to get listed, and hopefully that's like a couple, I don't know, $500-600 that we can add to the sales.
Yeah, so on the tail end of things, once items are sold on Whatnot, we have these special storage holders that we use, and pretty much they're all numbered 1 to I think 400, and this is the back end of the auction. So, and yeah, my job now is to package these things and get them shipped to customers.
Okay, so now we're going to kind of take over the stream. We got a bunch of Genesis things ready, about 5 bins. You guys can bring them up. So we'll see what happens. We sold 400 some last time. I think we have another 400 some right now. So let's do it. Sega Genesis time soon?
We're doing it again?
Yeah, we're going to do it again.
Sega Genesis case fire sale. Okay, I'll explain the rules here in a minute. Stick with what we did last time. $2 a piece. People went crazy last time. Bought a ton of these things because they're super resellable. We have so many, and we are just gonna... So every $2 the bid goes up, you get another case. And Alpal's gonna have to call it out as the bids come in.
10 is there.
10.
We're at 60.
20. 30. 140. How about now?
We're at 150.
150. 240. Ooh, Sonic and Knuckles, nice. 250.
40.
What?
Hey, Chase, you got Coach K on your right foot.
350. I caught it, guys. Coach K would be proud. 350.
Well, we just sold several $100s worth of stuff, and that was pretty stressful. I don't think it got to us too bad, right, guys? Maybe it did, but now we're going to kind of get things just around for the final push for the big auction, and then Chase is going to wrap us up.
Well, it is now 3:34, meaning we have less than an hour and a half left. Just checked the numbers, just past 30,000 in sales, so there's no way we're going to hit the goal. We kind of tried as many things as we could with flash sales, different things. We sold a good bit. Like, that's a great number to hit. I think 25K was the realistic goal, 50 was the stretch goal. So honestly, like, you guys got to see the behind the scenes, the work that it takes to do these big shows. It's quite a job. It takes a full team, and I'm really proud of the effort that everybody put in. I still want to finish this last hour and a half strong, but I'm going to say we'll probably end at 35K, maybe 40K if it really goes insane for the last hour and a half. But we're not going to hit that 50. Still, big success. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's a pretty deep behind the scenes look at a CATRP big show, whatnot. So thank you for watching. Let us know if you want more like it. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.